You've been assigned the task of blog commenting. On behalf of your employer, I'm going to walk you through the exact steps to complete this task. Go to the blog URLs page and gather the required number of blog URLs to complete this task. On the right-hand side of the page, you should see the requirements for this task. We will be visiting the URLs from the blog URLs page that we've gathered one by one and posting a blog comment. Some points to mention. Comments should always be on topic. Please do not spam blogs. Always provide good comments that add to the conversation. Comments should be a minimum of 3 sentences long. We're actually going to read enough of the blog post so that we can post an intelligent comment so that the blog owner will actually approve the comment. Here's how we post our comments. First, always be thinking, how can I add to this conversation? Give an opinion, even if it's not an agreement. And don't use common or useless spam phrases because it's a waste of our time and the blog owners. For example, things like great post or learned a lot are useless comments. And actually give some insightful comments so that the blog comment gets approved. Also, once we went to the persona page or we have the name and email, this is how we get the backlink. The name is what becomes the anchor text. So if you're assigned a keyword, make sure that you include the keyword inside a name. So for example, if the keyword was gardening, we would say John the gardening expert. Or if the keyword was ripped abs, we could put John ripped abs Smith. Or say that our keyword was iPod or free iPod, we could put John free iPod guy Smith. And we almost turn this into a nickname and include it into the name. That way we get it added into our anchor text. This flies a little bit under the radar so we get our blog comments approved. So for this example, we will take a name from the personas page and then we will combine it with our keyword to post the blog comment. Now for this example, I'm actually going to post a comment on this page here. This is a URL that was found earlier in another search. You'll scroll down to the bottom of the page, tomato parmesan cornbread muffins. This is a blog post about a recipe. And we just want to skim this to get an idea of what they're talking about. So this blog post talks about using cherry tomatoes in a recipe, and it gives the ingredients and it shows step by step how to create this recipe. So a real easy comment that would get approved is something either that we've tried the recipe or something saying how good the recipe looks. We can take a look at the already approved comment that says, for Pete's sakes, all I had to do was see the headline and my mouth started watering. LOL. Awesome pictures. So we could do a similar comment, and we're going to try to get a backlink to our gardening site. So for this example, my pin name is going to be Jeffrey the tomato garden guy. So enter in a good email address. And now we need to write a good comment. It needs to be at least 3 sentences, remember. So let's look at the author of the blog. It's always good if we can point out the name of the author. This author's name is Amanda, so we're going to use Amanda's name in the comment to increase the chances that we'll get an approved comment here. So let's say and she says, I think they make a great appetizer on their own with a little butter, or even as a breakfast muffin if you like something a little more savory. So let's repeat some of her words back to her. And again, I think this is going to improve the chances of us getting a comment approved. It made for a great appetizer and is now a family favorite. Keep the great recipes coming. Cheers, Jeffrey. So that looks like a pretty good comment. So we're going to submit that. And as you can see, this is a preview of what the comment's going to look like. And you see it's going to say, Jeffrey, the tomato garden guy. Okay, so the next step is we want to find another page that we can post a comment on. So we're going to look through this blog and we're going to find one more page and post another comment. So for every blog URL that you post a comment on, you want to find another page that you can post another good comment on to complete this step. So we're just going to look through the different blog posts that they have listed. So this one's called Italian Spice Fries. So we're going to read this and then we're going to write another comment. So this is going to be a little more generic. So I typed, I'm going to have to give this one a try. I've always loved the taste of fresh French fries from fresh potatoes. Thanks for another great recipe. Looks like I have a new place to plan my meals. So I'm taking bits and pieces from the blog post and just adding to the conversation. Click submit. And I've now posted 2 blog comments on this blog. And this is a blog that I know has no follow links. And as you can see, we already have a backlink because the other one was already approved. And as you can see, we got an instant backlink. She already approved it, so now we have a backlink to this page. Now make sure that you complete all comments with a minimum of 3 sentences that are on topic. Spam comments are not acceptable for this task. Now repeat step 2 and 3 until you have submitted the number of blog comments assigned for today's task. Once completed, submit a backlink report using the format listed below. Once you've submitted your backlink report, then edit the blog URLs page and then delete the blog URLs that we have used in today's task and then save the page. You can now move on to the next task.